Hey Joe, just wanted to tell you happy birthday for your 90th. I'm sorry I can't be there, but I've got to be up here in northern Wisconsin for a continuing education course that was just totally unavoidable. But I just was thinking back over the last 20 years when I got the plane, and I knew nothing about that. And one thing I always did remember was your home phone number. And I remember one day I'd had the plane maybe about 2 years, and I was taxiing out and I kept popping the circuit breaker. And so I called you that Saturday morning and interrupted who knows what at home, and I said, "This is what's happening." He says, "That's your shower of sparks. That's your vibrators out. Not a big deal." I went, "Oh, okay." So I pushed it back in the hangar, and next day went over to Lance and bought one of those overpriced things and put it in the plane and started right up, and away I went. And I guess it was about 15 years later, I'm walking through the hangar out in Midland, and there's a TBM in there all pulled apart, and there's about 8 or 10 guys all crawling all over it looking at everything. And I was in my suit and carrying my briefcase, about to come back from some of our CAF meetings out of there. I think I was chief of staff at the time. And of course, who was I to know? As I walked by, I said to them, "What's wrong?" They said, "Well, we don't have any idea." And I said, "Well, what's happening?" And the guy said, "Well, the circuit breaker keeps popping every time we try to turn it over, but we can't figure it out." And I said, "Oh, that's your shower of sparks. Just go get a new vibrator and you'll be fixed and ready to go." And the next day, the guy called me and he said, "I can't believe that. You were the only guy in a suit, and you knew exactly what was the problem, and you hadn't even touched the plane." And I thought to myself, yeah, but you don't have to be smart. As long as you know Joe Craigen's home phone number, you can always find the answer there. So I'm sorry I can't be there for your 90th. It's been a wonderful 20 years of owning a plane and being associated with you and Dean. I am sorry that I can't be here. Well, like I said, I'm up in northern Wisconsin at these darn continuing education courses, but they're mandatory, and I had to come up here. So oh, okay, I'll be there in just a second. I've got to step back into the meeting here, so you guys have a very, very nice afternoon, you and your family. I wish you the best of luck for another 90. So I got to get into my class. We'll talk to you later.